Now, on the national level, the Republicans are pissed at their own base. Oops. It's also on the issue of immigration. Well, now, first of all, they got to fix it, right? Because it killed them in the last election. Let me quote The Hill for you. Both Hispanics and Asians focused on immigration and went 71% and 73% Democrat for the Obama re-election. Oops. So that's devastating. Republicans know they have to fix it. So they decided they were going to do immigration reform. They were going to put Marco Rubio in charge of it at the national level. How'd that work out? Well, let me quote The Hill again. Senator Marco Rubio last year engaged with conservative media critics who lambasted the immigration reform he helped write. He appeared on their shows to defend his efforts, but his political stock took a huge hit. Oops. Then everybody ran for the hills. So now Marco Rubio is not doing nearly as well. By the way, his immigration reform was not great by any stretch. It wasn't like it was pro-immigrant. It was really strenuous. In order to actually do a pathway to citizenship, you had to do twice what indentured servants had to do. The indentured servants had to do 7 years, right? Under his proposal, it was in the ballpark of 13 to 14 years, okay? And so it was no walk in the park for immigrants. But apparently too soft, too soft. I mean, after hard labor of 14 years, then you're going to at least let them get a green card? Marco Rubio, he's one of them. So that didn't play well, so they panicked. Now, there was another reason they panicked. Let me quote again. Some GOP lawmakers worry that the message will get muddled while popular conservative talk radio hosts and opinion leaders, including Rush Limbaugh and Mark Levine, ripped the GOP conference for broaching the lightning rod issue. So, why is immigrant reform stalling? Well, the Democrats certainly want to do it. And the Republicans, whose lives, political lives, depend on doing immigration reform. Otherwise, they're going to lose certainly all the presidential elections at the national level, but lose a lot of the purple states as well. Well, they can't bring themselves to do it because Rush Limbaugh would yell at them. And their base would yell at him. And their base would be like, oh, he's like that Marco Rubio. Trying to do immigration reform. No reform! Just build a higher wall. And finally, they're not worried about the general election. They're worried first about their primary election. Quote, more than a few Republicans are worried about how immigration will play in their primaries. So, if you expected the Republicans to be reasonable on immigration reform because they were killing the party with their unreasonable stance, you must not know them.